Excuse me. Welcome to our Taubmans live colour advice session. My name is Fiona. I'm a Taubmans colour specialist and we are here this evening to talk all things colour. So for those of you joining us for the very first time, I'll just take you through a little bit of housekeeping, let you know how our sessions run so that you are aware of how you can participate and actively engage. So I will be on screen for the first half an hour to answer all of your questions in regards to colour, products, projects, whatever you may be embarking on. And then once I finish streaming, so after half an hour, I'll be sitting behind the computer for a further half an hour or so to answer any further questions. Now, as everybody likes to share photos, images, etc. of areas that they're wanting to have a little bit of help with advice on colour, if you can hold off until we finish streaming, because while I'm in front of the camera, it's very hard for you to upload any images. So that kind of gets the housekeeping out of the way. So as I said, we are here, so use it as an opportunity to pop any questions that you have into our feed as we're rolling along. And certainly, ask about colour, that's what we're here for. But also, look, we have an amazing, wonderful portfolio of products that have been designed to protect and beautify your space. So we can certainly help you with any information around our products. So I've had a fantastic week since last being in front of the camera. I've had the opportunity to talk colour with interior design students, which was absolutely fantastic. And I've had the opportunity to go out into the field visiting interior designers, talking all about colorsmith, etc. And talking about colour, as I always do. And look, it's been fabulous and it's been wonderful to get people's insights into how they use colour in their day-to-day lives, what they do with colour when they're helping clients with colour. So one colour that seemed to come to mind or seemed to be presented a lot and talked about a lot over the dealings that I've had with my clients lately is green. So tonight I thought I'm going to focus a session on green and not just delve into, the sage style green that I know everybody loves, and we've had many sessions revolving around sage green, many questions. I've created colour palettes, etc. in the past for you all, but also to look at the beautiful tones of green that are going to start to feature in the forecast moving forward. So there's a lot of green is, I should say, very much on trend. There are many tones of green being utilised. And, I've been very privileged to see the 2024 global colour forecasts that have been happening around the world throughout different divisions of PPG, and green seems to be a common denominator. There seems to be a lot of green featuring. So tonight I thought, as I've already said, it's all about green tonight. So I'm going to take you through some beautiful tones of green that we have available through our Taubmans website. They feature in our Taubmans fan deck, and you can certainly get access to these throughout any paint store that stocks Taubmans. We can have them tinted for you, not a problem. So I'm going to take you through that, focusing on bedroom application and also exploring how greens are going to, or are at this point in time, looking in the kitchen environment. But then I want to talk a little bit about how you can use green and how you can revert back to, the colour wheel. The colour wheel is a perfect place to begin, and you can, when you're creating a colour or you're looking for a colour, shopping for a colour, if you look at the opposite on the colour wheel, it's designed to work with, or they're designed to work with each other. So I thought we'd have a little bit of an exploration of that, but in the way of colorsmith. So I do have with me on the floor here a couple of beautiful items. I do have a fantastic cushion and a throw, which are of a beautiful green style. And I thought I'm going to show you how, with the help of Colorsmith, we can scan and create some colours, and also from that create a colour palette, just so that anybody at home that wants to do some renovating, and especially, Easter's a prime opportunity to get on the paintbrush, do some painting, and I want to just show you how you can create your own colours and then build a colour palette or a colour scheme from that. It is very easy. And moving forward, I think I'm going to start delving into that a little bit more, and perhaps going out, finding items that are readily available, whether it be from a Bunnings or Kmart or a place like that, bringing to life a mini room so that to show you how achievable it is that, for yourself at home. So I'm going to begin. So as we know, and look, it's no secret, green happens to be one of my favourite colours. And it's probably because it's very, very easy to live with. It's very adaptable and it works with many other colours. And we do know, and I've got a lot of notes here to keep myself on track, so you can see me sort of casting my eye over to the big screen that I have in front of me. So green works extremely well with timber. And we all know that timber is trending. It looks fantastic with the fluted style timber and those beautiful curved island benches, etc., that are made from that fluted style timber. It looks fantastic, you know, if we're in a kitchen and you've got green featuring, like green cabinetry, for example, and beautiful timber overhead cupboards, or you choose to go neutral in a kitchen environment and then adorn the walls with some beautiful green hues. You're going to find when you're out there shopping, look, green is featuring heavily in pattern tiles, or as we know, an encaustic tile. And also in what's described as what they call like a Kit Kat tile. So small tiles that stack up against each other. And I have seen some beautiful, I was actually in National Tiles not that long ago, and they had a beautiful variation of that, and the tone. So it was a monochromatic green colour scheme that featured within these tiles. It was beautiful, so varying shades of green. Subway tiles look fantastic in your rich, decadent, sort of emerald, deep, vibrant greens, but also again in a sage style green. So, and as I said to you, the trends for 2024, we're seeing, you know, brighter, exciting, deep greens come to life, and I think they're going to play a huge role in interiors. As we're seeing, look, white's always going to be on trend. There is no secret there, but we are seeing a rebirth of colour, if you like, and we are seeing a lot of colour being utilised, and I think it's fantastic. The colours can be used to create spaces, identify an area, creating a hero in a space, so you've got somewhere to cast your eye when you walk into a space. If you are shying away from using a lot of colour within your space, you can paint your doors green or whatever colour you choose. I'm just referring to green because I'm talking about it tonight. And that looks equally as fantastic. So there's lots of ways and lots of applications within an interior where we can use colour. Now, we have previously before touched on the psychology of colour. It's no surprise that green is highly connected to nature. It can be said to imply new beginnings, new growth, rebirth and renewal. So I think it's fantastic, you know, when you look at how we're coming to life again from moving away from our pandemic, if you like. And so, you know, that's where green, I guess, comes into play. Green symbolises harmony and tranquility and peace. For me, it really is a soothing colour, and there are many shades of green that work extremely well in varying environments. So I'm going to move from my large screen, share the iPad so that I can share some colours with you and talk you through how these colours can be used. And just to give you an idea, if you're starting a journey, you're not sure where to start, you may perhaps like green. And so I'm pulling out a few different tones, different variants, just to give you some inspiration. So I'm going to move to my iPad and pop myself up in the corner. Fantastic, we're working. And let's have a look here. So I've gone through our colour library, and look, there are so many beautiful greens. And if you are starting a colour journey, if you visit our website, so www.taubmans.com.au, and then you hover your mouse over, you'll see the colour drop down menu. If you click on that and you go to our colours, it will bring you up a library of colours, and they have each been grouped by colour. So it's a fantastic way to be able to shop for your colour. So you can click on, you know, whether you're looking for reds or blues or whites, neutrals, etc., and certainly greens. So I've gone through, had a look at what's trending, had a look at what they're predicting, and looking at for, you know, our 2024 forecasts, and not only just what I've been privy to globally, but also having a look at the tones that are starting to come to life, if you like, from joinery samples, fabrics, all those sorts of things. So, and I've put together these colours. So I've got some beautiful colours. So you can see on your screen, There's a few varying greens, and I believe that these style of greens would look fantastic in a bedroom application. So I've drawn up a bedroom setting, and I have used the RGB of the colour within my computer program and superimpose the colour in if you like. So the first colour there is Deep Viridian. It is beautiful. It does have a slightly blue undertone. It's a little bit more vibrant, but it is a fantastic colour for a bedroom. The next colour here, I do love this style of green. Very, very calming. It's called the Dandenongs. It's a fabulous green for a bedroom setting, and obviously these types of colours would work equally as well if you wanting to paint a feature wall in your lounge, or if you're even going to commit to colour. And that's what we hope that these sessions give you, a little bit of confidence. And then you could use the colours that we're showing tonight to adorn all of the walls in a living area. Or, as I mentioned before, not quite sure about using colour, try using it on your internal doors. I would recommend using something like a Taubmans water-based enamel, and then using a gloss finish. It's just going to intensify that colour a little bit more, add a little bit more richness. It looks fantastic. The next colour here is beautiful again, very soft birch forest. I think that again is a stunning colour, and that again would look fantastic on all four walls in a lounge area. And here I really do love this colour. It's called Night Watch. A beautiful deep green with a slight blue undertone. Very, very comforting, and it would be fantastic. You'd lay in your room and you'd sort of feel like you're being cocooned with the colour. So a beautiful colour again. So that takes you through what I recommend you could use for perhaps, as I said, bedrooms. Obviously, I've drawn up a bedroom for that. Not to say that you couldn't use that on another internal application on your doors, a living area, a theatre room, anything like that. So the next lot of colours I want to show you are different variants of green again. Some beautiful muddied up tones. I know that sounds probably a little bit odd, but you can see, like, when you're looking at the third colour down called Shadowed, it's like it has a little bit more black, so it's a little bit muddier, but it's a beautiful, beautiful tone. And again, I think, looking at Shadowed and Snow Olive, they're timeless colours, and they work extremely well adding the warmth of timber. And you could offset something like that with beautiful, clean white walls if you're wanting to use these types of colours for joinery application. Or again, you could use them, for example, doing just a white kitchen or a warmer white kitchen, and then using something like this on the walls and having the timber, etc., to complement it. A beautiful scheme. So here we have just a basic kitchen elevation with some fluted timber, a round or a curved bench, as you can see there. And I've added the green tones, right, how would you say, just, I suppose, sporadically. So you've got them in your overhead cupboards and then on your island bench. You've also got Snow Olive here, which looks fantastic. And I think that for an all-over kitchen joinery application would look magnificent. And then again, I've just sort of played around with the colour here, showing how shadowed can look. And again, mixing that with a warmer style white and then the warmth of timber, I think you've got a winning combination there. So that takes you through, and I might just come back onto the screen very quickly, and I might just check to see whether we have any questions as I'm talking away. No, that's all good. Okay, so that shows you how you can use colour for a bedroom internal application, and then obviously moving your green style hue into a kitchen application. So the next thing I want to take you through is Colorsmith. And I want to show you how you can create colour from objects that perhaps you have already at home, or perhaps you're going out, you're about to embark on renovating a bedroom, etc. And you may have bought a new doona cover, or you may even have bought some new cushions, and you're wanting to look for some colour inspiration to match with what you have. So I'm going to take you through Colorsmith. Actually, what I might first do is show you the colour palette that I have created so that we don't get too lost here. Okay, so using Colorsmith, so this is where I guess you could say I referred to before using a colour wheel, and from a colour wheel you can create fantastic colour combinations. So you can do a complementary, a split complementary, analogous, etc. And from that it's by using colours that sit opposite each other, colours that sit side by side, and creating some colour palettes. So it might sound complex, but it's not. But there is a very easy way that I can help you at home without the need of referencing a colour wheel. So using Colorsmith, as you can see on the screen there, I have created two beautiful greens. One is called Cushion Green and the other is Throw Rug. And then from that, what I have done is I have leveraged the combinations function and extracted some beautiful colours that are designed to work with the colour that you have created. So it's giving me a complementary, if you like, colour scheme. So that is a beautiful colour scheme there. I will, at the end of the session, upload that into the feed for anybody that is looking for some inspiration. But I'm going to take you to Colorsmith and I'm going to show you how you can create your own. So the first thing I'm going to do, let's just hope that this works. I'm going to pop this up on the screen here. If you want to follow me at home, there are a couple of QR codes. So there is one for the App Store, and there is one for Google Play. So whether you've got a Google Play or a smartphone, or you've got an iPhone, etc., either one of those QR codes will help you to download the app. So I'll give you a moment to do that, and then I'm going to take you through the app using the Colorsmith reader and a couple of objects that I have here, and help you or show you how you can create a colour. So I'll just give you a moment. Okay, that should do. So now that we've got this, in the top of the screen you can see a Colorsmith app. So that is what the app looks like. I'm going to tap on that and it's going to bring you up to the home screen or the landing page. And from here we can do many things. So the first thing that we can do is we can create from Match, or we can create from colour libraries. So Colorsmith has been pre-populated with a library of colour. So you can go through there, you can have a play around, you can find some colours, and then you can save, name them, and then they're yours. It also has colour collections down the bottom as I move along the screen there. So you can see Chromatic Joy, which is our 2022 to 2024 colour forecast. Also Bold, Scandinavian, Hamptons, Contemporary, and there is a selection of whites and neutrals to help you with your colour journey. But for tonight, we are going to create from Match. So if I tap on that, I'm brought to a screen that looks like this. So what I'm going to do is tonight I'm going to use what is called a Colorsmith reader. This is a little device that has an LED light source. You can see a little circle in the bottom there, and once it connects via Bluetooth to the Colorsmith app, it allows you to create colour. It has what they call an XYZ tri-stimulus sensor, and basically it helps to replicate what the human eye sees. So it is fantastic. I love this. I've been doing a lot of education around Colorsmith and it's been very well received. So the way to work is we're going to double tap onto the top of the reader so that it's flashing blue, so which that is activating Bluetooth, and then I'm going to go connect to device. I'm going to go connect to black Colorsmith reader. The device has come up, I'll tap on that, and now we are connected. Fantastic. So if I tap on OK, wonderful. Now I have here a fabulous cushion, and I think the green colour is just divine. So I'm going to show you how you can create a colour from a cushion or fabric, etc. Now there is a little tip, because generally when you are scanning fabric or working with fabric, fabrics have, you know, a weave where light can penetrate. So if you just pop the reader here, I'm going to put my hand behind it, which is going to stop the light from penetrating through. So I'm trying to do all of this here. So I'm now going to go create from Match, and then I'm going to go, let's just hope I've got it on the green here. I'm going to go scan colour. It's brought up a great match. I'm going to do that one more time. Let's see how we go. Fabulous. It's brought up an excellent match. Now from here, what I can do now, you've got to bear in mind what you're seeing from the computer screen. The colour, what I see and what I see on the screen, they look a little bit different. So the colour that I'm seeing here looks beautiful and green and very reminiscent of my cushion. But anyhow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit select. And from here I have the ability to save my colour and name my colour. So I'm going to go save my colour. I'm going to call it, I'm going to be very basic here. Green cushion, very original. And then I'm going to go save colour. So I have now created a colour called green cushion, and from here I can do many things. So if you are going into your hardware store, so if I'm going to go down to my local Bunnings and I'm wanting to grab a sample of this colour, or even, you know, maybe 4 litres because I'm going to commit to colour and I'm going to paint my entire room. So order in store. And as you can see on the screen, it populates what's called a QR code. So that QR code can be taken into store. They scan the QR code, and from that, they create your paint. It's amazing. And where it says share, you can share this across all of your social media platforms. You can airdrop, text, and also email. So it is a very portable way of having colour. Now that we've created a colour, you can, so if you are working with a design package and you're wanting to superimpose the colour in, as you saw before when I was showing images, you can see here next to the colour values, you've got an RGB. So the red, green and blue, and those, each number correlating to, you know, whether it's RGB, can then be put into your computer package to create that colour. You've also got an LRV, so a light reflectance value. We've talked about that many times. Here we've got it of 16. But what you also can do from here is select combinations. So here, oh, look at those colours. You've got some beautiful colours that have been designed or generated, if you like, by the app to work with the colour that you have created. So this is where, when I was referencing before your colour wheel, and I'm talking about how you can create a perfect colour scheme, because it's not always that easy when you have a colour and then you're sort of wondering, what else can I put with that colour? This will do that for you. And it also works really well as well. For example, you have a colour, you may have already painted it, and now you're going to go out and you're going to look for accessories because you want to dress the space. So this population of colours here will help you when you're going out to style your space. So you can look and go, you know, there's some beautiful other greens within this space, some beautiful muted sort of mauve tones, some beautiful rich earthy browns. So knowing that you can look for something like that that's going to work really well within your space. So that is how fantastic Colorsmith is. The other thing I have as well, I might as well show you while I'm here, I have a beautiful throw rug. So we'll go back to home. And again, let's just wake up. I'm going to show you how we can scan this. I'll just get myself organised. I'm trying to, so we'll go create from match again, Colorsmith, and we are ready to scan the colour. Look at that. Another excellent match. And again, what you're seeing at home compared to what I'm seeing on my iPad and from my throw rug might vary slightly. Anyway, another beautiful colour. So again, I can select this colour. I can save my colour. So we're going to be very original. And then again, order in store populates that QR code. I can go down into my local hardware store, Bunnings, a Taubmans Trade Centre, Bristol, whatever it may be, present the QR code, have it scanned, and then my colour will be created, if you like. The other thing, let's have a look at the combinations here again. Some beautiful, beautiful tones here. Look at that pink style tone, going down to some warmer greys, some beautiful greens. You've also got some very soft, soft greens and a beautiful white there as well. And the other thing you can do, so when you have, let me go back. If you're ever working through the app and you lose track of where you are, if you tap on the C, which is right down the bottom in the center, it will bring up the colors that you have in your color library. So this is how you can access them. So I'm just going to tap on green throw. Again, now where it says explore colors, if I tap on that, this is where I can play and manipulate my color. So for example, looking on the screen there, I can, if you like, intensify the color. So a lot of people will have a color and they'll say, look, I'd like that in double strength. So we can do that from this function within the app. Or somebody might be looking for more like a, I want a half strength, or I'd like to take it down to a quarter strength. This is where you can play and manipulate your color. And then also too, if you create a color and you look at it and you go, I really like it, but I'd perhaps like it to have a little bit more, maybe a little bit more black, or I'd like it to be slightly lighter. Where it says similar, and I'll tap on that, is where you can start. You can see the varying tones. So you can see, the third one along on the screen that I'm looking there looks like it has just a slight little bit more red or magenta to it. And then the first one there is slightly darker, so perhaps a little bit more black. So and then, the end one, a smidge more blue, if you like. You can sort of see that blue coming to life within that green. So this is where you can play and manipulate your colors. So this is how fantastic Colorsmith is. So while we're still on this screen, actually no, I'll come back just in case I have a malfunction very quickly, and I'll just quickly show you again. Let's go back to here. I'll just quickly show you the color palette that I put together. So just to reiterate how fantastic Colorsmith is. So you can see the green cushion color that I've created there, along with the throw rug color. And then to the right hand side of the throw rug color, you can see a beautiful dusty sort of pink, and then a slightly, it's still under a sort of a pinky hue, but there's a little bit more warmth with brown added to it, if you like. And then on the other side, you've got a lighter variant of the cushion green, and I've lessened the intensity, so I've taken two variants, stepping it down. So that shows you how easy it is to create your own color palette. So when I finish streaming, I will pop that up into the chat for everybody. So I'm just going to see whether we have any questions. And I believe that from here, unless I've missed it, doesn't look like we have. It looks like it's been a very quiet night this evening. That's not to say I will still be behind the computer for a further half an hour or so once we finish streaming. And I'll be very happy to answer any questions. So if you do have any questions about what I've talked about tonight and you'd like to learn a little bit more about green, please pop something in the feed. If you do have any questions about any renovations that you're about to embark on, especially with Easter coming up, please also pop something into the feed. And if you'd like to share any images, etc., it's an opportune time because I'm about to stop streaming. So I will say thank you very much to everybody for joining us this evening. And as I said, please upload any questions, images, etc. I'll be very happy to answer them for you. So until next week, I wish you all a fantastic week. Stay safe, everybody, and thank you for joining us, and happy painting. Good evening. Bye.